All right, welcome back. So today we're at my old bash spot. All the parks are full, so I figure I'd come out here, see how my jumps were doing, and you can tell it's well overgrown. Let me power this thing up.
Ready to start. Press and hold the start-stop button. 3, 2, 1.
It's a little windy today. Just wanted to get a look at this whole area, see if the whole area is overgrown. Could see the whole valley out here. God, this whole place is just overgrown. Look at it all my jumps. Used to launch the Tmaxx off of most of this stuff. Who's that guy out there? Look at all this stuff, just overgrown. Big concrete area over here I used to fly at. Take the kids down here, They did some crawler stuff over here. But we took the drone out. Just wanted to get
Ready to fly.
go see if we can find another location. See if we can find another location, scout it out, because it's New Year's Eve. A lot of people are off work, so most of the parks are full.
Off.
And so I figured I'd come out here and run. I wanted to still tune up the Nitro, but every area I went was literally full. So I'm gonna get back to the car, wait a couple hours, and then head back over to the park and hope that the soccer kids are gone. Same kids that showed up yesterday are there today, and I figured I'd get there early because they were getting there about 2 p.m. I think is what it was yesterday. So I got there at 9 a.m. and he was already setting up. I went back at noon, and a bunch of kids were playing already. Parents were watching. So I figure I'd go to another park, and between soccer and baseball, and I'm glad to see everybody out utilizing their parks, but I just can't run a Nitro or a drone or any of that stuff around people when there's that many people. So stay tuned. Maybe we'll run the Nitro a little bit here. I don't know, but stay tuned. We'll be back. All right, well, we waited a couple hours. Park is empty now. We're gonna get this thing dialed in today. It's pretty darn close. I could run it, like I said, like this, but I know it's a little on the lean side, so we're gonna fatten it up a little bit today, and then the RC should be set for this type of fuel. And I'll just make sure that I buy this brand fuel all the time. So we're gonna throw some fuel in here. A big old dog coming. I don't even know if that's a dog. It might be a horse. As you see to the top, we're blowing through this fuel. Size of a horse. So like always, powered up. I'm gonna throw the body inside. It's a little windy today. Make sure throttle works, brakes work, steering works, and it should fire up relatively decent. We're gonna let it warm up. Somebody left a comment saying, "You're way lean." This thing should never be able to idle without it stalling every now and then. That's how you know that it's got plenty of fuel, is when it dies, when it's idling. Hey, like I said, everybody tunes RC different. You can tune it the way you want, but there's no way in hell I'd ever run an RC that stalls every time when I come to a stop and let it idle so that I could check head temp or check fuel, and it just constantly dies. That's way, in my opinion, too rich. Imagine your personal car doing that, or your lawnmower, or your leaf blower. Every time you drop it to an idle to move a hose out of the way or something, it go ahead and shuts off. Now you might say, well, those have spark plugs, not glow plugs. Well, then imagine your diesel truck shutting off every time you let it idle to load something, or to check your air brakes, or to do your pre-trip. This thing idles perfect, blows a little bit of smoke. Imagine being in a race with a Nitro and you have to let off in a corner and idle while the marshal moves the RCs out of the way, and your Nitro shuts off. And then he says my idle is way too high. If the idle's too high, the RC would move. It wouldn't sit there and idle. My idle's not fluctuating. He says your idle should drop down. The idle is dropped down. It dropped to an idle. So that's just my opinion. But like I said, every Nitro person tunes a different way. I'm just warming it up a little bit. I'm going to add a little bit to the high side needle. See, that bogged a little bit after takeoff, but it is still a little cold. Like I said, make sure it wheelies. Brakes are awesome. I added another 1/8. See, it loaded up with that 8th turn. It smoked out a bunch. It's got way too much fuel in it. And that's about where I was before I turned it down. So I think we were dead on the setting. But I'm going to get some more temperature in it because heat will play a little bit of part in it, but we'll see. horse is really looking at the RC. Well behaved. It's blowing a lot more smoke right now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it back down just a touch. Try to split that difference. So it does not wheelie. That's a lot of smoke. I went back up to where it was. Held the wheelie all through that. So right now I'm an 1/8 up, and that should be good. I'm sure it's going to load up a little bit. Yeah, see? It loaded up. We're going to put it back to where it was. It just loads up right there. I think we were dead on the tune yesterday. So I'm back down to where my original setting was yesterday, because that loads up. So I'm not on the lean side. I think it's yesterday was dialed in. We ran all day. Yeah, see? We ran a full tank without stalling. If I add just an 1/8 of fuel, it'll stall if it idles for a second. And now it doesn't. So the tune's dead on. We shouldn't need the screwdriver anymore. So I'm gonna put the screwdriver down, and we're just gonna enjoy the RC now. Those front wheels wiggle like crazy. Slam on the brakes, make sure it doesn't stall. Make sure your body's in for the exhaust. so it's not blowing oil all inside. We are dialed. Now it doesn't stall. Let it idle for a minute, and then we'll take off. If it stalls, we're probably still a little on the richer side. And as you see, no issues taking off. No hesitation, no drop in RPM. Oh, I think we're out of fuel. Another tank, whole side covered in oil. Just look. Yep, out of fuel. Wipe down the oil. I didn't show this yesterday, but you can see all the oil on this wheel, how this one's shiny and this one's dull, even the tire. So just wipe it off. Just a quick little wipe off is going to stop this finish from dulling. I am going to run again. That's the nice thing about Nitro, is that you can keep running. But they do say to let it cool off in between tanks. So, power it off. Power this off. And we're going to let the cooling head cool down. And then we're going to fill it up again, and we're going to run another tank through it. I think by today I'll be out of fuel. I'm almost to the point where putting a full bottle through this thing, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to kick the camera off, and we're going to let it cool down, let the father and two daughters have fun on the grass a little bit, and we'll be back in a minute. All right, gave it about an hour to cool off. got it filled back up. This is what I'm talking about. Playing with nitro. If the thing stalls out every time, it's really not fun playing with it. You can see it blow smoke, so you can tell that it is rich. What I don't like about this body is that it goes on the wrong side of the exhaust. I can see the fuel dribbling out of the exhaust pipe, the oil. But you shouldn't have to fire it up just because the thing stopped and idling. In my opinion, like I said, everybody does tune different, but to sit there and leave comments on somebody's channel on how to tune it and what they're doing wrong, that's what kills me. You know, make your own video, show people how you do it. I'm in for the fun. And sometimes I think about, I'm probably twice the age of most of these guys leaving these comments. And I probably have more wrenching time than majority of the people leaving those types of comments. And that's why it's rough making nitro content. You know, shout out to Hybrid and everybody else making nitro content, because I want to say that's probably the harshest community when it comes to online presence, because there is a lot of adjustments and they want to make it seem like it takes so much skill to run a nitro. It honestly, in my opinion, like I said, don't be discouraged. Don't listen to the comments. Just go out, dial it in to the way the manufacturer says to do it, and learn. Get out there, run a nitro. When it's set up, it won't be stalling all the time. It won't, you won't have issues firing it up. As you see, the thing fires right up. That lets me know that there's fuel in it. Put your finger over the exhaust to prime it a little bit to get the fuel to the carburetor, and that's it. It should fire right up. The thing should idle. It shouldn't be engaging the clutch. You should be able to hold your finger off the trigger. The thing should just sit there. It shouldn't creep forward. It shouldn't move. Your idle should be steady. Your idle shouldn't drop down. Your idle shouldn't be high, and then when you're idling for a few minutes, it just drops down. That's letting you know that it's starting to flood. It's not like this thing it doesn't have an IAC motor. It doesn't have an idle air control motor. It's a basic, simple carburetor, and it should be tuned accordingly to where it runs good all around and not die. The thing shouldn't die while you're running it. Imagine having to run over this park because I stopped over here and then I go to accelerate and the thing stalls out. If I have to run and bring my, you know, easy start with me and a screwdriver to get this thing fired up, I just wouldn't run nitro. It's just, you know, you should be able to come out, bash it, have fun. You should be able to flip the thing over and it not shut off. You should be able to walk up to it and get it flipped back over. If it sits upside down for a long period of time, it's going to run out of fuel, but there should be enough fuel in the lines to keep it running until you get to it. I love the sound of nitro, the smell, the smoke it puts out, and it's not too loud. I like it downshifting. And that's why I say start out with the Traxxas, The Easy Start is really gonna teach you, you know, how to get an RC tuned without having to getting frustrated sitting there pulling a string. If you're way too lean, like the comment was saying, you would way too lean, you'd be melting glow plugs. I'd have to put a glow plug in this every time I run this thing. And me turning it up less than an eighth and it choking out lets me know that my tune is right where it should be. At least for the way I like to run. Maybe some people want to chase it and start it all the time and bring a screwdriver with them and tune on it. But the whole purpose of radio control is to enjoy it, have fun. I want to see if I can jump out of this park. Somebody's in that truck. Like I said, the factory settings are going to get you real close and it's going to fire up. Oh, almost flipped it. Shifting perfect, and you should expect no less from a brand new RC. Shifting perfect, running perfect. There we go, out of fuel. Another tank. Like I said, we're gonna burn up some fuel today. See, that's the way it should shut off. That was about a count of 2. Gonna let it cool down a little bit. I've been running this thing hard. Still got oil on the filter, which is good. How's it going? Alright, I'm going to get the drone ready. Let's take a look at this park. This lady should have her dogs on a leash. Even though your dogs are controllable, it's the other dogs that are going to attack them that you got to worry about. Coyotes, that kind of stuff, coming down off the hills. When they're not on a leash, you know, they're fair game. I've even watched eagles come down and swoop them up. That little white dog get carried away. and then the family will be all distraught. It's the little kid we saw out here a couple days ago. He's always out here at the park.
Ready to start. Press and hold the start-stop button.
Yeah, I think that was the
3, 2, 1.
the gyro was having an issue. Maybe it wasn't all the way plugged in. Dog park right over here. See if we can see that dog parked right there in the corner. BMX track over there, right there. Not too many people up there right now, which is pretty cool. Bird flying right next to the drone. That's pretty cool. Flying right above the drone. He's trying to capture it. Oh, he took off. They're still doing a bunch of construction over there. Check out these kids at the skate park. Right in there. Not too many skaters here right now. Ooh, gust of wind. There we go. Oh. Kid wants to fly underneath the drone. But there we go. We're going to go ahead and land this, get the nitro out, and play a little bit more.
Ready to fly.
How you doing? Enjoying your fun time at the park? Nice. All right, we'll be back. You guys play with radio control cars? No? Just scooters?
My brother has just a remote control car, 2 of them.
Does he?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. He doesn't let you play with them?
Sometimes.
Sometimes?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's good. At least he shares. Ah, I don't have anything for them to play with. All right, we're gonna burn the rest of this fuel off and then head out of here for the day. Burn up this tank of fuel. We're blowing some smoke now. Thing's hauling butt now. It's well broke in. I think we're pretty low on fuel. Ran out of fuel. That's got to be it. yeah, we're completely dry on fuel, which is awesome. Gonna wipe it down, end the day at the park. So like I said, last run of 2024, had a blast this year with radio control. Can't wait to see what the RC manufacturers have for 2025. Hopefully they get some bigger scales for 2025, because 2024 definitely was the year for minis this far along in my radio control hobby career. I'm at the point where I don't like buying anything under a 10 scale. Really, 1A scale. And so I didn't buy much for 2024. And we are done for the day. There we go, guys. So like I said, don't be scared of nitro. Maybe try some nitro for 2025. Get yourself a T-Maxx, get yourself a Jado, get yourself a Slash. But that's it. Thanks for watching. This will be a longer video to end off 2024. Happy New Year's to everyone. We'll see you next year. Thanks for watching.